Hello and welcome back to. Sorry, it's been so long. And yeah, back on YouTube instead of Twitch because that transition just wasn't worth the effort. Turns out. Um, but anyways, glad to back. Excited to get back into streaming set a bit more consistently. It's been a real slow start to the year, and I apologize for that. Trying to land in the realm of weekly going forward. See what I can do for the time being. Um, so no Vynnset spoiler yet for Parthemis fail. So we're still working with largely known quantity stuff. Um, the crux of the deck hasn't, or the core of the deck really changed from older versions. Biggest changes I'm on lately. Well, so obviously the big shift in the meta is Dromai after that first week of PQs about a week ago now. Um, that means we get to not have to shift or spread our deck over sort of three angles of play that we need to compete on. Being able to pseudo OTK decks that are slower and trying to defend us to death. Keeping the board clear with infinite copies of Mavrian Skies into Dromai, and then also the standard Vynnset sort of mid-range plan. Um, Run into a lot of things, but with Valiant Dynamo decks being pretty popular, and with Victor taking up the mantle as the sort of preeminent guardian figure in the metagame, I really like our ability to a little bit more into the OTK ideation. Um, so hopefully we'll see that in action at least once tonight. Um, I am on Grimoire by default now. Equipment out. Being able to turn or read the runes into a makeshift revel is just too good to pass up. So keeping it for that reason. um, and it's been huge, right? Like, so obviously this is the card you need to be more disciplined with Grimoire of the Haunt than virtually any other Blood Debt related thing in this deck, just because once you pop this is permanent. But you sit on it, you wait until either you're almost locked, you're locked to close out the game with the play you make off of it, or you're already behind and you're desperate, and so you need to make a big play. So this is a ripcord, but Mage Master boots on our hands is always going to be pretty powerful. I was just finding that Scepter of Pain wasn't doing enough, or was going so many games just without activating it, that it just felt like a better use of the slot. Scepter's still on the board, but basically instead of Flail Scepter, we're either Flail Grimoire or Scepter Grimoire. Um, Main deck changes. We're just three rebels in the main all the time. Card's just insanely powerful. It's the best creepers target in the deck pretty much. You can do it does fun tricks with Funeral Moon. It's good with any of the regular Go Again enablers. All that good stuff. Whale still are currently no exceptions 9 of. Um, haven't encountered a reason for that to not be the case still, so sticking with it. Um, Siege, Funeral Moon, Incantation, pretty standard. Red Delights, standard. Puppetry, Wraith, Destruction, Annihilation, all super core. Mob Sky is just a great all-around blue for us. Chains of Mephitis, metagame dependent, but KO's still around, Victor's still around. Prism is a factor, and stopping draw effects from each of those heroes can be pretty potent, which makes this a really um, makes this a pretty good blue for our overall deck. And in the games where we're trying to execute the OTK, you can throw out chains to not accrue extra banish, but still gives you a banish for the turn to keep your chance piling up. The biggest change from the main deck is we're back on Runic Reckonings. Card is worse than Beseech for not being Shadow, but otherwise is better. And basically, this is in the red Mob Skies slots, so we're not having to worry to the same degree about keeping a board state in check. Um, you know, I am not a Vynnset deck that runs pummels or lunging press or art of war or any of the combat tricks to get your mobs guys to punch through. And so instead of a red block 2 that is just gonna, it's gonna pull 2 cards on a block and that's it. We're just going for a card that's floor is just always 3 value. So that's one of the bigger changes. In the board, we've got Balance of Justice because it helps us stay alive into KO. Got our Spell Void 2, AB2 to go with Grimoire. So we've got our really nice anti-Kano loadout. Envelops are still around, but they're in the board because they aren't good when we're trying to do the OTK thing. Got booster rune chants that come in most of the time, but not all the time, so that's why they're on the board. Read the runes in this version with Grimoire as the other hand is sort of a. This could probably just be in the main deck. I can't think of a situation where we don't bring this in. But is very, very good when we're on it. Blessing the Occult and a couple Sonata Galaxia are here for are like a mini buff to our OTK package. So when we're going through first cycle of the deck, if you sometimes you can pop off before you make it to second cycle, which is ideal. But Sonatas and a Blessing give us an extra tutor target and 2 more effective copies of Incantation. It's particularly powerful because you could, you hit a hand of, pick your whatever banished target you want, but a hand that's like Galaxia into Read the Runes is just +6 rune chance for the turn on top of the one that you were already making. So Sonata is sort of the key to really turboing the OTK out there. And then either if you think you're either going to have to pull the Ripcord or you just have already found all your incantations, the last Sonata can grab this Blessing of Occult, which just gives you all 3 rune chance in one swoop. Lets you go big turn. Phantom Banshee is in the board right now because it's 7 for Prism. That is the most important thing about it, especially since we're off of red mob skies. The breakpoints are nice and still matter, but I don't love this as an attack, or haven't been loving it. Might be anecdotal, or it is anecdotal, but yeah, haven't been about Banshee as an attack lately. Probably related to the fact that I'm not the combat trick version of the deck that's trying to force through a Mob's guy's head. And then the rest of the board, we've got our go agains, Mob's guys, and lead the charge. Blue lead the charge instead of red Mob lets us do there's some occasional cute stuff that we can do. There's a world where like the extra Sonata could become a second copy of Flail of Agony for us. In which case, when we run into Prism, kind of just park a lead the charge in Arsenal when you can to try and fight through the flood turn if that's the game plan. Take against you. But if you have 2 flails and a rune gate that you can play, you can attack their face and clear 2 auras in a turn. If you go, I did this just yesterday. Wasn't into a Prism, but played Lead the Charge, Shadow Puppetry, paid a life into a whale. So got go again, got an extra action point, got the rune chance, was able to make a third, and basically had a nice double gate turn. But what you can do when you don't have 2 gates to burn on that is, with your 2 action points, just flail 2 different auras. And if you even once per game get to fully offset like a turn cycle that they spent playing out 2 auras, and you just get to like go ping ping. I paid 2 life, now your auras are gone. That's pretty strong. And last but not least, Slay. The much maligned meme of a card for a while, but Prism's really good right now, and this is basically, if it wasn't Slay, it would be maybe like the first yellow lead the charge or something. But I think Slay as a one of complement to the lead the charge brigade is probably adequate for what we need it for. Um, yeah, so that's where things are at currently. Um, Nothing world shattering. Hopefully, we get some crazy exciting spoiler in the next week or so that sort of can give everybody a shot in the arm in terms of brewing and experimenting. But cross that bridge when we come to it. And then the maybe board, nothing too insane down here. There's a world where if I don't feel like I'm getting enough value out of Phantom Banshee as a popper, that is going to become either bounding or swarming. Rattlebones has been on my brain lately, but haven't really felt like there's space for it. Like the idea of a Rattlebones curve out after you go like uh, envelop, pay life, whale, Rattlebones, any 2-gate is pretty sweet. But yeah, conversation for another day. We'll take this for a spin. This is currently what I'm planning to play in the coming weekend at a couple ProQuests. I haven't been playing a ton, so while we're back at it today, gotta get reacquainted with my rune chants. All right, we got the tide. So generally don't want reduced rune chants to Riptide because they. I'm blanking on the name. Dreadbore counteracts. He reacts for the most part. The question is here: do I want to actually try an OTK? Uh, and I think the answer is sure. Why not? We're bringing a few extra cards. If it presents itself, then awesome. We go heavy on OTKs. But make the best of it. Yeah, so Dreadbore specifically says arrows you control have defense reactions, can't be played from hand this chain link. So I could arsenal them to get the value, but it's still just tends to be awkward. So, ooh, okay, no arrow hand to start for our opponent. That's super rough. Interesting. This just gives us a ton of breathing room, which is rare for Vynnset. Yes, we'll pay life. So theoretically, here we could give ourselves a few extra action points and Banshee and Flail on this turn, but it's way too early. So they have 68 cards in deck with 5 in hand and arsenal. So they're kind of fat decking it. So if we don't want to put ourselves on that sort of clock. part here. To kind of blows, but I'm going to play out a few chant, chain, wheel. Sometimes draw all copies of to a presumably codex deck. We don't hate that though. 4 rune chance, which means grasp costs 6, so I can't even like dump the whole hand to grasp here, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna have to hope that granted, get to pay life with Funeral Moon, keep our setup for the next turn, arsenal something. Sigil's cute. Etched is pretty solid value. Let's pay life to keep our Rune Chant production going hard. Yeah, this Phantom Banshee is just punishing us for not seeing go-agains. We need to pull that off. You're gonna Arsenal Destruction. Double gate this turn. Correction. Can definitely double gate this turn. So choose. Okay, so we've got pre-med. So I think plenty of rune chance. So if we banish Whale, can beseech, pay life, Whale. Tunic, pay for creepers. Source pays for that, so to block a bit here. Cycle out this arsenal card. Resource. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer that we're gonna have to use the tunic and the resource to do this, not have an arsenal, but that's alright. Alright, pay life for Vynnset. Siege, targeting. Whale. 4, 9. Yeah. 13. To another 3 and 10. 26 damage. It's 2 buffs and creep. Chain gives us our Deathly Whale chance, and then we can come G. 13 more. Okay, it's gonna be probably just a bit here. This might be an off turn. Like Banish Moon, Play Moon, Arsenal. So yeah, block with cards. Yeah. But if we do that, we're not keeping creepers around. That's okay. We haven't seen much of our deck's go again cards yet, so less that stage. And with this sort of life lead is completely reasonable to take this sort of setup off turn. Yeah, so here go again. Sources. Banishing, widespread ruin for the turn for sure. We can pitch into Galaxia. Pay Tree. We actually no, we don't necessarily. Block. Block a bit, take a bit. We have the dream level of that we want. So what's the best way this turn? Kind of want Shadow Puppetry and Pale Life or Breakpoint value. Stop 3 chance. Laxia will just get an incantation. I think that is the first thing we do regardless. Champ production in this game is very good, despite not seeing incantations at this moment. Dupe. Bill doesn't. Yes, Pale. Oh, I guess okay. So the nice part of doing this turn this way and with the go again, even though flail won't do anything for us, we can use these 2 resources to grasp after our go resolves. And Shadow Puppetry gives us a chance to pretty good chance they have a trap here. To guess. Well, although they've already used traps, so Shadow Puppetry trigger. It's gonna get banished no matter what. So the question is, would I prefer a random banish card below this, or just nothing? About to be up, but we don't have creepers anymore. I think we'll leave it. Oh shit! No, sorry. there. Acid. Close the chain. Ooh, we hit their collapsing trap. That is actually resources to make a chant. Move. Classic. All right, so we got paid off for not being greedy with trying to banish something good because we would have hit this annihilation first thing. Classic, classic. This is my favorite. Banish up to 2, 3. We can't make any more. I think I'm gonna take a setup turn here. Actually, if I'm gonna take a setup turn, I should block with Wraith. Oh. Yeah, let's block. Take 5. Stick this annihilation and banish. Yeah, so Tunic is up. Chant count up to 6 here. Personal look. Ah. Man, I hate having this card in my deck. That's what we love. But I can hardcast something here too, so that's fine. See what opponent presents on offense, because even our 2-card. So scenario. Don't feel like the shot reload. Well, no. So they cleared a card to get a resource to load this Bolton shot. If they had a rebuff, they could just reload and do the same thing for a higher number, and be more likely to reload, and have the backup of Dreadbore for a subsequent arrow. So I take what I said back. They decent chance that they need this reload turn. So if I try and prevent the reload trigger, I can't like double up next turn. Which is a little rough. I think I'm gonna let him have this one. This hit. Falcon. Okay. They got Endless Arrow. Oh, and discarded Death Touch. Sending Endless Arrow. I do want to block this, but I don't think this gives up our blessing. That's fine. I don't like that. Now they just have to choose. Yeah, no, that's fine. You can take one from this and let them have arrow back. Oh, touche, touche. Punished for our hubris. Okay. Speaking of hubris, our opponent. Oh, never mind. No, I'm drunk. They're smart. They still have AP1. Okay. Banish this up to 7. Go again. 6 into 7 from. Yeah. Yeah. So that was dumb. That was a misplay. I wasn't. Or thought about snaps once they already made their play. It's foolish of me because I could have thrown grasp in front, invented extra attack for 5, which would be very much worth it. Oh yeah, no. So we're gonna be cooking 8 and 6 with go again, and we just got another 7 from hand to follow this up. The Lord's work, blocking 2. I feel like our opponent either they have come to terms with losing a card. Surprising. Yeah, no, because it's a mistake. Because if this pitches for literally anything, yeah. So they've been Arsenal. Stay alive. Not bad. Not the best. Not bad. Yeah, so we dealt most of our damage on like 2 turns. Yeah, I mean the fact that we're in a position to even with my misplay that caused like instead of blocking 1 more point, which would have effectively on that turn blocked 6 points. The fact that we were still in this position. Talishar, Telesharp, please. Perfect. To try out the tech. Oh, come on. Don't need 7. Certainly don't need Slay. Missouri. Oh, come on. I would like to go first. Oh my, let's have an OTK off. Great. Maybe. Oh shit. Oh no, never mind. Perks of being a Runeblade. My AB1 pre-installed. Okay. Scepter of Pain, Arcane Lantern, Viscerai means it's very likely the Turtle Burst deck. Oh, okay. Alright, let's have an OTK off. Why not? Sources. Here's the thing, Viscerai. I come pre-equipped. A blue reeds per turn. Oh, we swangin'. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be for Oh, we creepsin'. Oh, we're not creepsin'. we're gonna get this stupid blessing I'm gonna call out of our deck. Just be ready to pop off sooner. Guess could send 15, vanish again. But there's a chance that next turn I can triple gate. But it's also one blood debt if I run something out. Yeah, we'll try and be patient. I haven't played this matchup before, so could very, very well be decisions I make. Ooh, lucky son. See what they have to do. Should have our Alright, so Tunic Incantation for sure. Oh, this sucks. Can't double gate. Just don't at all. Maybe just for 2 blood debt where it is. So okay, I swear I play Deathly Whale. I got 9 copies, baby. Oh, we're sending. Okay. Oh. Not the end of the world. Still stacking. Okay. Alright. We have hit a hand and do some stuff for us. So what it cannot do for us is defend for shit. So we might just die instead. Man. Whales in 20 cards. Man, and we really have just no blue here too. Like, come on. no, we're losing this game. Not even just a blue, a yellow, anything that would just be. You have to like value 6 here. Yeah, jeez. Sounds about right. Admittedly, I don't know if we are capable of hanging with what their early draw was, right? They went like turn 0 incantation into reed. Incantation, incantation, blessing. Didn't see a deathly whale for 5 hands, but it happens. Birthday. So I'm just chance. Crazy person when you chance out here. And then the one of card being the revel, and the next hand not being able to tunic creepers a double gate. It's like I definitely can't double gate, so I have to tap another. Think we're dead, boys and girls. Beat. Oh. Maybe they have classic Runeblade hand syndrome. We'll see. Yeah, eat that, Runic Reckoning. Fortunately, those don't give anything. Oh, how rude. That's pretty. Yeah, no, got nothing. Man, it was almost a dud. Almost a dud. Yeah, not ideal. Shook out. Now, I know I could have played it better. I did not have a good, succinct game plan going into that game. Kind of like, sort of brought some OTK stuff, and then also brought regular tempo-y stuff. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like we lost by a margin, but I think, uh, you know, like sure, 6 rune chance on turn 0 absolutely happens, but the rest of that draw being chant generation for days up top was unrecoverable. Okay. TK. Well, this is not not precisely what I want. Maybe we won't actually play TK. Let's see. Second one. This is free. Gravitation. Arsenal. Piercing. Go again. Man, cards have been blown out by History of Fab. That is high on the list. Yeah, we'll see if we can turbo Dawnblade Dorinthia. Yep, but when they hit me, I can run these funeral out. So Whoa, wait, what? Pass. Engagement. Deuce, please. There we go. Chance. Swear, twinning so salty. Sure. All right. Arsenal. Double puncture. All right. So we're taking 10. All right. Taking 10 there. Not what I expected to be happening. So send something. Get that shit out of here. If I flail here, they just give me bolters. I go back to the same root chant count. So chant set up for 8 already. A double gate. Okay. Like this a lot. distinctly killing me. Puppetry. Block is 3-on-3. Banish widespread room. Puppetry, whale. Chant there. Man, that turn blocking 4 when they had double puncture in that hand specifically. Like, where's the twinning blade then? Good at choosing wrong. Alright. Oh, I guess I could, if I lead the charge and shadow puppetry, I just also get to flail this turn. I don't think that's actually a great deal at the moment. Oh, actually, take that back. Yeah, so if I lead the charge shadow puppetry, no, I have to pay on the whale, otherwise I won't have the chance for spread without breaking the chain. Alright, paid. Shadow puppetry if you hit. Ooh. Oh no. Once again, I'm asking you not to banish all my rebels. Let's go. Bye. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Go again, and then we grasp flail. Or don't think of itself. Whatever 3. Okay, I just need to live long enough to deal arcane. So classic blade. On the dominate turn, dude. Yikes. take count. Love it. Chant. Say every point of physical gets through is a huge win. Just have it. Or they just have an insane hand and we're basically already dead. Alright. This whole hand is defense. Don't have back-to-back determinations. Okay, so block with Delight is the one card we'd keep. So they have to have just infinite grip going on. Alright. I've blocked everything I can for this turn. And it's apparently enough. Alright. Bink. Yeah, should have realized earlier in the game. Bit silly on my part. Same. Is it? It is. Play this matchup again. Playing is got our 60. Oh, beautiful. Business. Shot. Okay. Uh, so them pitching a pump and not pumping is red in the ledger. It's very sketchy. Block exact. Yeah. The fact that they pitched a buff and didn't buff reds and what gave the game. Yeah, Chase, we're back. We're back to full rune chant grind. So I didn't pay life or for the puppetry on this whale. So if this hits and we hit a gate, we'll be a little sad. Classic. But actually, we wouldn't be able to do this gate anyways. Instead, this turn. Some flail value. Oh, snake. We can avoid being riddled this turn. This turn gonna be. So in particular, in the situation, um, it's not shadow, so I'd have to. Yeah. So we'd have to use this for pitch, play this out, buff the whale, go again to Deathly Delight. Azalea's a deck that might actually have to let a Yellow Mob's guys hit, depending on what their hand. Digging for a better arrow. Sure, 6 is good. Pull shot for. So Tunic will be up, but this pitches for both, so we can serve Tunic resource by taking 3 damage here. That's what we're gonna. The reason we're going to banish delight here is just because of the order in which we have to play all our things out, right? So in ideal world, if we had the resources for it, banish Deathly Whale, have 2 whales, and then lead off with one of the whales, and then play the second one because we have envelop. But because we don't have shadow to proc to make sure the first one procs, we can't afford to do it that way. And so doing it in this order, so we're coming in for 7 damage with this blue whale. They don't block it out, we get to Deathly Delay and keep 2 rune chance. We basically get to pass the yellow mob skies into next turn, which is sweet. Do block it out, we just close the chain and still get to play a second Delight, which is also great. Retain our Tunic counter in case we draw Deuce, and then having an incantation going is always incredibly powerful to. Oh, getting 2 cards and they're letting us hit. This feels like the best of all possible worlds. Them blocking with 2 arrows but not blocking it out makes me think that they are overly arrow filled this coming turn. Okay. Dominate a riddle. The question is, how much can they pump it? Alright. Not going. I guess that's fair. Is a deck that riddle can be hit or miss, right? I'm perfectly content sending a 1 card 10 damage and blocking as much as I can, setting up for turn. But it's also a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if they don't riddle me here, then I get to Bob Skies, Envelop, Pay a Life, Runic, and come in for 15 go again, guarantee eat their arsenal card. And with double frailty. Just don't really care about this. The one thing this does change is we're going to arsenal this Mob Skies instead of playing it out, but aside from that, just taking 10 here. Frailty making Flail of Agony do nothing is why we are. They also just don't have an arsenal, so we don't have to pay life either. Reckoning. Pay life. Check out a casual 17. And it's favored because Azalea cannot block as well. Which is crazy to say because we have so many 2 blocks. Or I should say, we have a fridge and they have probably about as many 2 blocks as we do. But they also have the added bonus of some actual blocks. Bonus, I am being sarcastic. It's really bad. Well, it's patented Root Blade. But at least set up pretty big. Honestly, it sets up well enough that just banish on nothing. Safe. No. There's no way that's the right one. I'm gonna dominate. Convert this hand more. Helmet. We can at least upgrade the arsenal slot by a point of value. Block with siege. Best not worst. I guess it's it's probably pretty close to the worst, but go chin here. Okay. Well, getting punished for banishing annihilation over. Man, one of these games I'll see a revel when I can actually play it, right? Right? Sleep dart. Azalea's about to. Oh, actually, so this hand, current hand. Shit, still though. Ten dominate. Can I just end the game this turn? So banish. I banish Deathly Wail out of my hand. So I can. This pays for a creeper's usage, and we can creepers in mobs, guys. Just beseech Wail. Actually, let me. This again. Creepers. This blue can pay for creepers and widespread ruin. And so that settles my banish decision. Yeah, because we're low on chain generator. So oh shit, hang on. Brain fart. So I still. No. Want to beseech. I don't want to pay life because I would. Cards in my hand. Actually, I think this just guarantees lethal. If I do fail and pay life, that's just plus. I take a point of damage to do +2 damage on this turn. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. Do want to pay a life. Siege. Target whale. Deathly whale. Come. Believe to be quite dead. Indeed. Yeah, so we had overkill on this turn. 8. 7 points. And definitely chip into. Nope, nothing. Attack low. Awesome. Okay. This matchup we want to go Burr. Oh, come on. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Riptide again. Sure. Um, a few extra cards to the tide. The only prism that paired into me, Q dodged. So no, I have not resolved it. Actual opponent yet. Oh, they're death deal. Duly noted. Remorseless. You 7 here. God, take even. Pop off turn. God, am I gonna get to revel someone today? Hot dog! Which is important and good because this hand doesn't do anything otherwise. Okay, so we get to come in for 10, go again off the rip. Actually, I don't even need the revel. Double gate this turn. Another remorseless. Um, care about. Care about is the have to banish off the this is off tunic. Ten chance. Lock 2, cycle these guys into Aeth. Beseech, pay, develop. Man, if they have the one trap that shrinks us back to a 4, that's pretty brutal. So there's an argument to be made that I should have waited on one of the buffs. Well, actually, yeah, no. So I should have waited on the develop buff because I would have taken one less damage so far this turn. This would be a less juicy target for that legendary trap, and it being in my arsenal means it's not at risk to collapsing trap or whichever one makes you discard your hand and draw a card. Yeah, so that was a mistake on my part. It's a minor mistake until it's not. So this just opens me up to potentially getting extremely punished if they have that specific trap. Gain some life back. That Remorseless got me for 5 this turn on top of its regular damage. Briefly have a life lead before back to 10. No! Alright, whatever. At least I... Hand of all 2 blocks. Real bad time for this. But no go again. It's huge. We'll have to banish... Save mobs, guys. Banish Invalid. Banish and turn. Take 4 down to 6, and then that takes 2, 4. My blood dead. It's really good that we have Return on this incantation too. Just got no breathing room to keep set up. Yeah, that's the power of Dreadbore existing, is that I didn't bring in any of my reduced rune chants, which would be phenomenal into the versions that are bringing in Death Dealer, but you just can't know. But it's also possible that, so I only have the 3 reduces. It's very possible. Very possible that 3 is an inoffensive enough number of to bring in. But come in. Giving me the new horizon. What? Trifecta. Whoa, what? Oh, he triggered. Yeah, never mind. I did trigger a trap this turn. Makes sense. Bad as it is for me. That's the risk. That's why that's like a card that we would side out against Icelander back in the day. Stop it with the infecting shots. Ugh, and pre-mit. Big ass infecting shot. With Jesus. Man, Death Dealer is a silly weapon. Four cards, 16 with 4 on hits. Sorry, excuse me. 14, 16. That is disgusting. So yeah, banishing that to the trap. This is probably just going to cost me the game. Be able to clear it. Oh yeah, at 1 against Riptide, exactly where we want to be. Both heroes banished because they triggered a frailty trap on a widespread ruin. Yeah, I should have thought better of that one because I hadn't seen any yet, and that's definitely a trap that I know they'll be running. Rain Razors. Man, the ultimate feels bad here. Is I just die anyways. Even if they attack for 3 and can do literally nothing else, I will just be dead anyways. Too many quad hands. Had 2 quad non-attacks that Crown bailed us out of the first one, and we drew straight into the second one. Yeah, I could have played this game better. I think when I Crown of Providence, I should not have Crown of Providence, because it just ended up could have banished a nothing instead of a blood debt, save a few points of life there. Have Crown of Providence for later. All right, like any self-respecting Vynnset should. Yeah, that was. If I navigate that quad non-attack action hand better, and then that last turn, uh, should have had cards like Frailty Trap on the mind. Because I could have just blocked for 2 more and not tried to go again. Um, and yeah, that would have had us in a better spot. If I didn't Crown of Providence out of that hand, I don't give Widespread Ruin banish for an extra turn or 2, so I save a couple points of life there. The results oriented thinking is also I don't take the singular attack out of my following hand. It's not a specifically good reason to put it that way, but well, all right. Per match. Ditching a reduce. Interesting. I guess if they have 2 of them, it sort of makes sense. It costs 5, so I ship. see what they... Okay. Cross. Wait a minute. They arsenal to yellow and bottom to red? That is a peculiar decision. Classic. Just classic Vynnset gaming. God. I think it is in best interest to not take this hit. All right, 4 and 5. Spray. Man, the worst part about just getting 4 attacks just all in a row, you know that there's a quad non-attack just waiting. If you shuffled together, this deck would be unstoppable. Hey, this is what we're talking about. This is a good hand. Eleven. Alright, just guys too. My turn. Can be puppetry, whale, wraith, ear banish. It's fine. I probably should have used tunic to block chant. defense. Like it. This is a dangerous spot because we're going to production, but tunic up. It's a bit less scary. Yep, nope, disaster completed. Ay, ay, ay. Stirring. Yeah, so there's a very real world where we just block 8, banish a card for a enchant. They didn't stirrings. Chance for blocking efficiency. Come on. Called the shit out of this. Brian Gottlieb, where are my new good Shadow Rune Blinker? Nah, I'm just kidding. These two are great. Just need a Shadow Mauvrian Skies. Or heck, I'd take a Shadow lead the charge. That'd be sweet. Take a Shadow, lots of stuff. Ah. We are very behind in the most important. That tends to matter in this matchup with Rune Chant. Consistency. Come on, deck. Closer, but not quite it. Oh, okay. Our opponent's turn for the battle of the Vynnset hands is going on right now. It is an epic slap fight. Okay, so it's in 4 and 9, and I can Creepers in Mob Skies, Delight into Flail. Yeah, this is how we're gonna get ourselves back in this game. Our opponent is better than to block a Rune Chant with Tunic. It would have been back up at either now or in our turn. I had used it when I thought. Okay, so they took. No, they blocked 4 on. That's fine. There's honestly a world where they put their entire hand in front of this, because they're ones with 9 Rune Chants next turn, Incantation. cycle. Sigil of Suffering. The fact that I get to follow this up with an actually threatening flail, and it's going to turn on Rune Chance and effectively be free because we're going to get life. This is a good turn. Although this is still incredibly scary. Come on, let it hit. Let it hit. You know you want. This stage, I'm not. It's probably. It's only. Yeah, it's also just one more chant. I was already gonna have two. Starting with 2 versus 3 is not that big of a difference. That life gain is enormous. Hey, we found the exact time where having that 1 extra rune chant from Flail matters. Spread Annihilation is our only attack option. Definitely better than it is. Fail state, if like can't. Uh, can't take it with you, so I just need to cash in this 2. Take 3, go to 7. Act. So because we paid life, well, I guess we're gonna basically take the whole. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have paid. Safer way. Can I do this, or is this too risky? So I could. So I'll go up to when I banish this, I go up to 1 rune chant, pitch 3 to get a second. I have 3 more pitch that I can use to pay for, so I can pay a life in Deathly Wail. So 1 for sure, 2 more, and 6, and leave myself with setup. Anything else is basically taking a turn off. This is a risky line. Acknowledging that before I actually take. Oh, actually, the real reason that it's an extremely risky line is yeah, that's awkward. The real reason it's a risky line that takes away my only AB, which feels like to lose this game. Since I wouldn't be winning spot, start of this turn. Start of the turn. Yeah. Arsenal that. Oh, they got the 7. Currently, maybe there's a pummel, but I haven't seen any yet. Probably just play around. Let's block 3, 5, 7, 8. Pitch 1. Pitch the read for 1. 6 on 7. I get to. Dead to pummel. And I think I'm just okay with that. Okay. $1 million question. Pay life on the beseech. It's pushing 16. Puts me to 1. I think I don't. 4 and 12. Not easily covered up. Yeah, if I had been playing a little tighter this game, so I missed a point that I could have saved early tunic chant, and then paying life on annihilation turn be 5 to 4 right now, which would make paying a life a lot better. Sort of worth. Man, doubled react right. Shit. I want to. It's a sweet set game. Here. Sigil of Suffering, Tunic in response. Can block point. Holy crap. It's clearly only option. Got the armor block left. I think incantation, reduce. Um, trying to end. And an arsenal is pretty good insurance, especially when their rune chant count. Go, it's an arsenal I could like AB2 and reduce back to go to a chant. Similarly, though, early on our opponent arsenal to yellow, and there's a 1 point swing in this game. Holy crap. Okay. reduce. Um, so they have chance. I can Grimoire to give Reed go again up to 4 rune chance. Skies. We're in 6 with go again. Follow with flail. No, I can't follow with flail because I'm gonna if I Grimoire. Shit. No, this just kills me too. No, so the real answer is not banish widespread destruction here. All right. So if we're doing it this way, banish this mobs guys. Here, second rune chant. Read the runes. To 5. I wanted it. I really did. Again, if I hadn't given away 2 points of value, that play is probably on the table. Okay, they whale. Both only have Tunic left to block with. Okay, the real problem here is right, well, it certainly smells like trick. Take the got a million chance. What I don't have is a million left. Attack. Play around. Block with Tunic, it plays around yellow pummel. Okay. Oh. That's gonna do it. What a slog. Yeah, those 2 micro inefficiencies turns out probably the difference in the game. If I could have, if I had been able to make the Grimoire play there, I stripped the whole, and I would have started at 4 instead of starting at 2, so I could have Grimoire would have put me to 3 that turn, and Flail puts me to 2. But I take the whole hand, and then I have one more turn cycle from 2 life to close it out. But all right, probably. The deck has been reasonably good, but my personal rust has been showing. Do I just try an OTK Olympia? Kind of feel like I. Okay. Rotten all rooms. Decision. Oh man, me and my agility. Per hand. Take it. Oh, that's. Wait, that can't be right. So reverses. Although I guess if they made their own choices, not considering Runeblade at all, which is reasonable to do. State of turn. Personal. That, so I never have to draw it. Without a revel, this doesn't work. Oh shit. Some copper. So I can block this out. But the agility doesn't really do anything. definitely chance cook. Okay. Close. Getting closer. Ugh. This hand had an envelop. Could do it. I can also for something and Sonata 5 take 2. Trineth. Oof. That hurts. I can only promise that I'm not going to get 40 to 0. Okay, we got a funeral moon. This isn't quite it. Get the first one off. Not hitting these revels is painful. The last time we can. But very last time, sure. There we go. Okay. We're in business. Oh, okay. All we gotta do is just not be super dead to this cash in turn. Why? Why did they have to wait until now? Um, I would want to go shadow puppetry, annihilation, revel. No go again. Somehow have no go again. There it is. All right. Dude. Man. Name. That's a bummer. Deck let us down there. I don't like it on that one. Double up the ante. No. But fine. Bigger rematch. He said 11. Said, I'm a. This hand. Man. Just all sorts of hits and whiffs today. I don't even, it's not worth trying. Chance. Station. Alright. Cooking with gas. Double tap. Oh. box pays off as we get to this particular. Keep some hand pressure on. Setup situation is pretty good, but it's also on borrowed time now, and we're not currently winning the game. So, two. I take it back. We're winning the game. Let's go. During I need I need to arsenal this Revel. Sort of double turn. Actually, just bus here. Arsenal with tunic up. So many vigor. That is the value there, right? So they get to pitch a blue to stop 3 arcane, but they have 3 vigor, so it like they might as well have gotten the bigger value defensively. Tunic. Banish that archery. Classic pitch Revel to a goal. bigger. Cycle out this turn. Let's just try and block this out for 10. Banish one. Can't harvest. Shit. Turn. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. This next hand. Good. Chant buff at least, hopefully. Okay. We're still in this game. For now. Uh, as if I clear my bench's turn. Can't play. Fortunately. Okay. Okay. Cash in. Having this reduced sitting here heals. Sworn security kit. So my last one. Oh, let's use it. Why? I do like having a Deathly Delight here. That is the card that I'm just trying to keep. Too tall. Oh. Double down. Power. Man. Bunker away in each game. Just like too slow off the starting line. Then again, I tend to just have a hard time with in general. So just be a tough class for set to handle. Hatchets are extremely consistent at damage output without dynamo value. Just uh, the reason I didn't attack is or rather, so okay, so I could have hard cast from hand, but that leaves me with no setup, which is just worse. Like I needed 4 to 2. I needed the next thing I do to take their whole hand and put them to 1. Just taking a couple cards wasn't helping, especially with the stage we were at in the game. It's a really blue heavy. Olympia is a very blue heavy deck, so being able to churn through those gold to go card positive is very real. Um, yeah, so I kind of just defade a really strong hand the one time. Yeah, couldn't quite do it. Um, yeah, so list is as expected. Um, I don't know. There are times where Galaxia felt good. I don't kind of feel like it's not quite good enough to still like justify the spots. Imagine that same game if instead of trying to some bigger setup, if these are like yellow envelops or something, that helps me sort of that threshold, put on the offensive pressure. That's good. And Banshees. I'll need more specific testing into Prism to see if that's actually worth the slots, or if it should just be reverse Demagon or swarming. But yeah, this is where the deck is at I am anxiously to get our our Vynnset spoiler. Fingers crossed that it is visit Vynnset's torture chamber. Maybe, eh, yeah, some kind of tutor would be pretty good. Um, Obviously can't be I'm the Arcanite, but maybe like spend a card and pay some life, tutor something. Um, but yeah, so that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Feels good to be back streaming more consistently, at least the remainder of the year. We'll see. We'll see what happens after that. Um, but, yeah, great. Still a lot of fun. Still have some struggles. Were always a good time in the Demonstary Dojo. So thanks for hanging out. I will catch you next time. See ya.